Hit it? So what's the day? 11, 12?
Yesterday was 11/11/24.
Wait, today's 11, 12, 24. 8. 19. And then plus.
You remember the other day when we met
22.
and it was a 7?
Today's a 22 day!
It is.
Oh my god. And you're fucking with a 22. You're lucky.
You know what the other day when you said that it was a 7
god,
day?
and we're building something. Oh my god, I gotta build shit today. I don't even know how many 22 days are left in the year.
True.
And this is we're in our personal year.
Yes. It's every 7. Mine is every 7 years, I feel like, is mine. 21, 28. Next is 30.
No, it's not like that. It's based on. It's not that. It's based on. So you're 1996. So. Wait. Hold on. No, wait.
Hot intro.
No, wait. What is it?
Let me get this thought out. The other day when you came over and it was a 7 day, remember?
Yeah,
I love how we always come to the same conclusion, but I always go from a different route, or you come from a different route.
Yeah.
It was 11. Oh, whatever. The number broke down for you, 25. We both got 7s.
Yeah.
But I did not. I did 1 plus 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4.
I don't do it.
Yeah, you keep the 11 together as you
It's
should.
a master number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can do either way.
Yeah.
I've heard of methodology, but we both get the same. Even today with the 22 in my head, I went the opposite way and both
I
got
didn't
22.
even realize it was 22, so I added it on my way. 19 plus 3. Oh, shit, 22.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Bro, it's crazy when you really pay attention to the synchronicities.
100%. I have a question. Why you have a burning inclination inside of you? I ignited.
You feel it?
Explain. I mean, not explain, but I feel it.
I honestly think
You see the vision.
I've always seen a vision. I've always seen a bigger picture. Always. I can't speak for I don't see the world how everyone else sees it, and not vice versa and shit. But I've always had a pretty varied picture in my head. I just go out of this and I have a picture in my head. But I always think very big, which is good and bad. But as far as the burning inclination, I feel like whether it's our personal year and this energy starting to get activated within me, or whatever the reason is, but I feel like a calling inside of me to do a greater good for people in the realm of science and combining business, and just something that I'm really passionate about for the greater good, really. And
I love that.
I don't know, I just feel like I've been waking up more and more on a daily basis and really seeing all the tests that come my way, and I keep failing, unfortunately. Like a weed pen right here in my hands type shit, you know. Yeah. Like I'm still tied to this physical reality, and my desires.
Did you see the Terrence Howard interview with Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah.
Jamie, pull it up.
If you see, you know how many people hit me up saying bro, you remind me of Terrence Howard.
In the episode, he explains why he smokes cigarettes. Do you remember what he says?
Because you need a little bit of.
As much as your body is living,
Yeah.
Your body is trying to live as much as it is trying to die.
Yeah.
Your life force and your death force are working simultaneously at the same time.
Yes.
That's what he was saying. That's why I smoke cigarettes. I mean, he put into way better words than I could have, and I was like, that's what I feel like.
Well,
and he just... Yeah.
My 2 cents on that topic is everything should be in moderation. Not saying that I do that, because I don't do that.
Yep.
But I'm just playing devil's advocate to that, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying I've been smoking since I've been 15 years old. Now I'm 28.
Yes.
But nonetheless, I think things in moderation is the way to go. You can have those vices. People do need those vices. We all live with day and night, the God and the devil in us. We're all one and all. We're all nothing and everything. It's weird to think about. We can't even comprehend that. But
we're gonna do this like Star Wars. We're gonna go. We skipped our whole intro. We're just going straight into it. So we're gonna go do we're gonna do Star Wars. This is another. What do you think of this? I wanted to bring this up. Highs and lows. Okay, I even have a picture.
Oh, actually,
look.
Hold on, first.
ChatGPT mock-up, highs and just so you can get an idea. What do you think of when you see that? I'm obviously the beautiful old white man, and you're the black light skin.
Ready for that?
You're the light skin man. Yeah. What do you think of that idea?
There's so many ways you could interpret that.
It's talking about the life force, death force, the back highs
I
and
feel
lows
like
of life.
A lot of things I'm high. You know, like I'm the high, like the positive and negative. Like my girl, she's the negative in my battery. Like I'm a battery, I'm the positive charge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
If we were a battery, I would be the negative.
You would be the negative, no doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah. Which is fine because you learn so much from the other side like that.
100%.
I feel like that's why I was telling my girl that the other day. I feel like that's why a big reason that even though we're so different, it's like we're hands. We're the same, like we're so similar.
Yeah.
We're so opposites in so many ways.
And the back.
It's like we're the same, but we're superimposable images. That's the term in in advanced biochemistry.
I like that,
but superimposable images.
Superimposable images.
Yeah, I don't want to get too technical, but
yeah,
that's what the term in biochemistry is for molecules, whatever, in different stoichiometry or whatever.
I love the battery. Keep the battery simple. The listener can imagine a battery.
Yeah. I love that concept. I like that idea. That's a cool idea.
I feel like it's a great.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let's do this. Why don't we do this? Why don't I ask you a question? We'll talk, and then you get the next one, kind of thing. Okay. So my turn now. I was thinking about this on the way here. What's your goal for this podcast? If you could choose one goal, don't give me 5 different things. So think about it. If you could, at the end, like, say a sentence, and at the end of the sentence, if that sentence came true, you would be satisfied or happy. What is that sentence?
I need to work on my lack of communication. I've been writing this down every single day since I've talked to you about starting the podcast. It's become part of my affirmation. I need to stop my lack of communication, isolation, and I need to meet new people, for real. I've been not doing that for the last 5 years, and I feel like it set me back a lot. I've been in a very low state. You see what I'm saying? I've been in a very selfish state of mind that I only want to focus on my own. Whether that be materialistic, spiritual, I only want to better myself, learn for myself. I don't want to learn for others. I don't want to have a mentor. I need to be open to these things.
Cool.
Yeah, but seriously, it's the isolation. All I do is be by myself, listening to my podcast, literally with headphones on.
Okay.
I have a huge environment space that people would kill for, and all I do is seclude myself. Seriously, that's like part of the.
Cool.
And then communication is. I feel like I am very intelligent. I have great thoughts and intuition.
100%.
But I cannot express it as much as I think I have the potential to.
Gotcha.
And that just comes with repetition and talking.
That's a beautiful thing, bro, because I was thinking about that too. Like, damn, why am I going here? What is the goal of this? What would Brandon say is the goal of this? And I was thinking, like, just on your terms and me I think, honestly, this is a very important question to figure out and super hard to answer because now we're, like, 28. Yeah. But I feel like the goal for me would be to figure out who the fuck we are.
I like that. We don't know,
Like, we have an idea type shit. But we know where we want to go and who God has, like, in store for us. But we keep blocking those blessings. The best way to think about it is like this. Like, all of us have so much static in our head from the day-to-day activities, Instagram, mindless scrolling, desires of this physical world, money, looks, fame, all that shit. Strength, all that stuff. But all that stuff is just clouds in your head. And we don't give enough daylight and space for the sun to shine.
Yeah, don't even look up at the sky.
It's filled with clouds.
Yeah.
But we do, on our journey to the end, we do see rays of glimmer type shit. And we do get hit with that. That's what keeps us on the right path type shit, I feel like. But I feel like the more we learn about ourselves and know that we're the same person, like me and you, we're one and the same, we should love each other and help each other out, even though, whatever, like, forget everything else, like, that's how humans should be. The more we get closer to that, the more the sky's gonna fill up clear.
Very true.
See what I'm saying? 100%. So I feel like my goal is to become that person already. Like, try to get closer to there.
Yes. And
I feel like this, whether I realize it or not, or we realize it or not, is a step in that direction.
Yes.
Especially during this 2024 year, which is like, that personal year for us. That
it's time to grow.
Yeah. It's for a reason, synchronicity.
All of the answers that I also gave you were very selfish. I want to do this. My lack of communication. The other day when we had a conversation, you showed me a lot that it shouldn't just be about me and my monetary issues and my whatever I want. It needs to be about making something great. As corny and generic as that sounds, We need to literally make something great. Me and you have a vision, ambition, and the ability to do it, for real.
Yeah, we just have to become attractive enough to get the things that you actually, that
yes.
The things that you really envision isn't the money,
It's not.
It's not the followers, it's not a car, it's not, because that's I feel like what everyone envisions.
Is aspiring.
But if you do it as far as like I just told you my goal here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some sauce right here that I was just reading in this John.
What was your goal? Clarify that, to clear the sky.
To learn about us, to figure out who we are.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Type shit. Because if you're your authentic, truest self, that's when you're gonna be vibrating in your truest, utmost. You're not gonna be worried about like how much I make today. Yeah. Yo, you owe me money.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna be like, I'm me. I'm okay. Cause I'm good. I'm as happy as can be. I don't need a cigarette because that's or anything that's addictive or anything physical, because I just learned this from from David Hawkins' book Map of Consciousness. He was talking about how addiction is all a form of trying to pursue happiness outside of yourself.
I see that.
I'll say it again. Like, we're all pursuing. So anytime you sports gamble, you're pursuing happiness outside of yourself. Outside.
Can you be addicted to something? You can be addicted.
That's why moderation.
To something
That's why moderation.
I feel like you can be addicted to something within yourself. I can be addicted to love. Just giving too much love.
Love. Okay.
I could be addicted to.
So what kind of love? Like my kid?
I was gonna say pain.
My partner,
I was gonna say I could be addicted
mom.
to pain and hurt, but that's an external thing, so
Yes.
I didn't say that. Then I thought, yes, you could be addicted to love. I'm thinking in a relationship wise. Every single girl I meet, I give her my all inside emotionally, and I dedicate everything to her, and then they break my heart every single time. You can be addicted to finding, but that is a material thing in another person.
Exactly.
Okay.
You have to let go. Unfortunately.
So addictions are all external.
Yeah, anytime you look for a drink, a burger, a cigarette, weed, bong hit, a line, anything, games, podcasts, you're looking for happiness outside of yourself.
Yes.
And anytime you have felt happiness or any type of emotion, you've created that within yourself.
Yes.
So everything literally exists within you already.
Yeah.
It's like a pharmacy. You're just picking which one you want to feel right now. And it's your mind and your perception that picks
which one
I want. Damn, where was I going before that? Because I feel like I was leading to something.
What we wanted out of the podcast. Clear in the sky, that was a little before. Jamie, what were we talking about?
Yeah, we don't even know that. Or the Fireflies
All
AI.
right, it's my question now.
Damn, that'd be a great AI to have.
What?
Like a podcast AI that's Jamie.
Oh,
type shit.
That
It exists. AI. It just needs a custom GPT prompt to create. Yeah, guys, welcome to the world. Welcome to the mind of Ariel. That's how it goes.
No,
I'm just thinking out loud.
Don't copyright that.
I'm just thinking out loud.
That's ours.
Thinking out loud.
All right, another. How do you think about fork in the road? I love highs and lows. Everything we've talked about, just so you know, I swear, encompasses under that. I
was thinking of something along, because I was like, yo, we should figure out the name here. But I was thinking of something along the clouds and the sun journey type shit. I think that's what I just explained there. Yeah. Kind of. It's like highs and lows.
I think we're really going to start,
I like highs and lows.
Logistically, SEO-wise, branding-wise, me and you need to start this podcast, Ariel and Brandon's podcast, ABP. I swear, as gay as it sounds. And anything that we want to do, any ideas we have, should become segments in this podcast. And then whichever segments we like and see that are fitting the best, we should implement. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think so, though.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't, because...
Like right now, we would do...
You just said Ariel's and Brandon's podcast. Like... I feel like that's very...
Can't go wrong.
Yes, but
Patrick Bet-David, every single... Joe Rogan, he was not always. Joe Rogan's Experience.
Oh, okay.
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Theo Vaughn's podcast. Yeah, true. I could keep on going with... Which is why logistically, SEO, branding-wise, even if me and you separate, do our own thing, they'll know, oh, that's Ariel, that's Brandon.
True.
Even if you go... Yeah.
I'm Ariel, don't wait. Who are you?
We're going to find out. That's part of your journey.
I was gonna say one of the biggest blessings that I've gotten from time saving that journey that we haven't even spoken about. It's recording still, right? Of course.
Oh. Yeah.
And all right, cool. And something we haven't talked about is like, damn, when I look back at like the best things that came from that, aside from the people I met and the skills I built And the things I learned in all those things, I feel like it's that don't wait slogan, bro, because I carry that shit like it's engraved in my heart.
I wouldn't mind DWP, Don't Wait podcast.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like that shit came naturally from that journey that I will never forget and I will hold forever. And I hope that everyone involved that was part of that journey knows that people still to this don't wait.
Of course.
You know, because that shit was just the energy that it resembled that whole journey.
100%.
For me. You see what I'm saying?
In my notes to introduce you, I have tech conglomerate, CEO, social media app company owner. Like, that's how I look at you. It's exaggerated, but I'm being dead ass. You do own a tech company, social, like, yes. That's how everyone looks at you with respect. Like, that nigga started a movement.
Yeah, with a bunch of failures. You know what's funny? How we were just talking about, like, you can't have one without the other? I was seeing this guy, this rich billionaire that I follow for business. He was like, what's the number one secret for success? He was like, failure.
No, it hits. It's true though.
I'm like, and then when he said that, I literally paused. Like, damn, I've done nothing but fail, but I fucking tried. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And along those way, I built skills, relationships that you could never take away from me. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've learned, that like you literally need to keep failing forward, keep learning, and just don't be in default mode. I feel like we just need to live life by design, not by default. And unfortunately, including myself, we live by default.
100%. So what did you have for ideas of the name?
Oh, I wanted to go over like that analogy with the clouds and the sun. Okay. Because the clouds represent like the static and the devil and like all the noise that we go through on a daily basis. Like your clouds are way different from my clouds.
Of course.
And then from a girl's clouds.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, look at that picture.
Yes. That could be. I know it by heart. Yes.
Oh yeah, that could be a perfect. What's it called? The
Starry Night.
Starry Night. Beautiful analogy because it represents exactly what I'm talking about. The battle within ourselves between the devil, the God, and ourselves. Yeah. And how through that battle we need to learn to like literally know that I don't fucking know how, but we're all the same and we're all one. And we're all individual, but we're all the same. It's fucking weird, but
you've been hitting that pen.
I haven't even hit it, but
oh shit.
I don't know. That's how I'm feeling right now. That shit could change. 10 years ago, I didn't believe in God. Yes. 10 years ago, I was or 15 years ago, I was afraid.
No, in the last couple of years, out of all my friends, you have made the most significant amount of changes in your mentality. In a positive manner. To where I'm impressed. I'm happy you're my friend to know you. You get what I'm saying? I've been telling you since the beginning. Since me and you hung out with Nas, I was telling Nas, his eyes starting to open. So you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
When we first started talking about Andrew Tate, you get me? And you were questioning your reality. Like, yo, did you hear this guy? Yes, that's when I was like, yo, this guy is... Not everybody gets the opportunity in life to open their eye like that. You see, anybody
I remember when I was like 3 or 4, that I literally made the conclusion when I was like 3 or 4. I'm like, shit, people die. And I remember going to my mom, crying my eyes out, like, you're gonna die too? Damn. I remember that. Yeah. So I always thought of like spiritual life shit at a young age, always. Okay. Especially being the oldest, especially doing like, I'm on my own. Yeah. I gotta teach these, like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. You know, it's
always been in you.
Always. But along the way, through all the weed and all the distractions in high school and school.
Biochemistry in school and not atheist, but like I feel like you weren't
Yeah, no, I
always had a God belief.
I always had too much static. I got homework to do. Yeah. I got a job. I got a business. I got a girl. I got too much static, where I never had time to really go back to those initial thoughts that I always had in the beginning of. I feel like my life when I figured out like shit, we're mortal. Like people die. You know, bad things happen to good people. Why? Why would God do that? Why is my mom, who's the nicest person I've ever met in my life, getting a brain tumor?
What did your mom say to you when you said all people die? Do you remember? That's a great lesson as a parent. She handled it well, I assume.
What did she say? I forget what she said. I just remember, like, I could not sleep that night. Man, I could keep talking, but I'm not even going to talk about
That's the point of this, is for you to keep talking, just so you know. But yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of shit I had to learn on my own that sounds so fucking stupid looking back. I remember when
You're the oldest, of course.
I remember, like, me and my brother, I'm 2 years older than my brother, we used to share a bunk bed. I used to always have the top bunk bed. And my mom, she used to work long hours at the hospital in Raritan Bay, and she used to get home at 1 in the morning. And she used to leave at like 1 in the afternoon.
Okay.
And she used to work all day. Like, she had another job and stuff.
Yeah.
And I would wait for her till 1 in the morning till she got home. She would bring some cornbread sometimes from her job. I used to just wait till, like, just to see her, just to make sure she's good, go to sleep. But I remember I could not go to sleep any of those nights. So I remember I used to go on my bunk bed, go on the wood, on the bunk bed, and do a tally like a prisoner, like every single night. And I remember after a year I had the whole bed like tallied the fuck up. From every night I stood up. But whatever. I'm just giving you the details of it. But then this is the stupid part. So I remember me and my brother, we used to talk every night before we used to knock out. And he used to always go to sleep, always way before me, and I used to stay up for hours. I'm like, I can't sleep. And one night I'm like, you know what? Let me see how this motherfucker goes to sleep. How my little brother goes to sleep. So I'm talking to Victor, and then I'm like peeking at him from the top bunk bed, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, yo, Vic. And he's like, yeah? With his eyes closed. And I'm like, you sleeping? He's like, I'm trying to. And then this is where I realized, wow, I'm an idiot. I'm like, you're trying to go to sleep with your eyes closed? And he's like, he opens his eyes, looks at me, he's like, yeah. And then I literally go right back into bed, and I'm like, wow. Because this entire time, until I was like 4 or 5 years old, I literally thought you had to wait. Like, you just wait with your eyes open. So at a young age, I used to stay up for hours, literally just in my head.
Yeah.
Scared of everything. The dark. I'm seeing things now. Just I would never go like this. Yeah. I would just wait. Like, oh, it's my turn. I remember I used to like kind of like creep my eyes, and then I would wake up and I'd be like, fuck.
It sounds so simple.
So stupid.
But it's actually not that simple. Like, I could see how somebody could not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go into that, but
no, that's amazing. That's great. Yeah.
Stupid shit like that, but
that's great.
But I love having. I feel like whenever you're in that environment of like you don't know shit and you got to figure it out and do it on your own kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful place to be. That's where I was with Time Save. I remember before I even started, I'm like, I remember I used to take a notebook. I still have that notebook of all these different designs of like, this is how the homepage should look. No, it should look like this. It should look like that. It should look like this. I don't know anything. Oh, damn. People are usually right-handed. I should put the main parts of the app on the right side of the screen. I shouldn't put things toward the top right of the screen. There's a comfort zone. There's so much to learn when you're like a noob in any area, and I love being in that place.
Yeah.
I'm done yapping. Let me ask you a good question now. Who's Brandon?
Me. Brandon is a 28-year-old man. Proud, intelligent, handsome, charming, but also very insecure, scared. Not scared, but fearful. Yeah, I would say anxious of my future and my position in society and life. Yeah, and knowing my role and what my future is. I don't have a career set. That's who Brandon is. Brandon's in a position of limbo, waiting to jump at the right opportunity. Yesterday I went somewhere and I learned a lot about who I am. Brandon is time. If you put me in a room with 100 people, 100 dudes, male, all of these CEO, anybody, my number one advantage over every single one of them is time. It's all I have. Seriously, everyone else, if you put me in a room with Donald Trump, I have more time than him to do things. More time than you. You have a kid. I have more time than anyone. You guys might have more money than me and fame, anyone. But I have that time, seriously, which is a huge advantage. I have the ability to be in a limbo and find what Brandon doesn't even know who Brandon is. Brandon's trying to find himself. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What is Brandon like?
Brandon likes to learn. Number one.
Fire.
Yeah, off the top of my head.
What else?
I like a small group of people that are really close to me, rather than a large group of people who aren't that close to me.
Okay. What's Brandon good at?
Applying himself to something. And using that time. This is not an interview. This is a podcast. See what I'm saying? We could go with I like the topics. If I was a guest or nobody...
What, does it make you uncomfortable?
Oh, yes.
Good.
You felt that. Keep going.
I was going to say on the way...
What was the last question? Sorry.
What's Brandon good at?
What did I say? Oh, my ability to use my time.
You said no to apply yourself. Then you started getting uncomfortable because I feel like you said that and you didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I felt that. On the way here, I thought of...
But I do believe it, but you're right. It's not what I feel like I'm good at or best at. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just felt the energy shift. Like, you were talking from the heart. As soon as you said that was not from the heart, it's what your ego.
Yep.
You want to believe that.
Yep.
You want to believe that you can apply yourself.
Yeah.
You know you can, but you don't believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have that in you. All of us do. Same with me.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't applied myself too. You know?
What do you see as, this is a big reason of why I'm like, not like that, but part of me is really being like I wanted to be the producer and be like, this isn't an interview. You get me? Like, that was that part. Because in my long vision goal of this podcast, I don't see myself sitting here on the camera. I see you sitting here on the camera with a guest or a famous person and me handling the shit that has to go on. See? But what do you envision? Because part of I will never gain that communication skill.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that's why I'm at. What do you see in that? You see me sitting here with you and a guest.
And I haven't thought that far.
That's like not all.
I know you've said that, but
this is my vision. That's part of the whole vision of what I'm seeing.
Yeah, nah. For me, I haven't thought that far as like, oh, I see this because
we're gonna have guests.
I have a way different vision right now. This is the
pilot. You know? We're gonna have mad guests, famous guests. Yeah, that's just what I see for the vision. You don't see us having guests.
No, 100%.
Okay.
But I just, I'm not gonna say I haven't thought that far ahead. I've definitely thought that, but I don't know. Right now, I'm just focused on like just talking and figuring it out.
Yes. What I'm trying to tell you is
authentically.
You keep trying to ask me questions and do things, and I'm for the future of what I see.
Okay.
You talk if you talk for an hour, I'll be happy.
Okay.
You understand? That's not my. Yes. The less people know about me,
of course you
the less people know about the negative side of the battery, the better to me. Nobody knows anything about Pull It Up Jamie or Rob on PB. Nobody knows about the actual producers that make the podcast great. You get me?
Okay.
It's part of the behind the scene.
But if that's the case, you just...
I could be...
If that is the case, what you're trying to do, you're just basically doing a media company to blow me up. If that's the case. You know what I'm saying? You're basically producing a podcast for Ariel.
You're right. It doesn't work like that.
In that scenario. Which I could easily... Yeah, I'm all aboard. Yeah, hell yeah. Do all the work. I'll get some guests. I'll be the guy. I'm taking all the... No one's going to know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't think about it like that. I think about it as more so like
Ariel and Brandon's podcast.
Ariel and Brandon have interesting thoughts that are being recorded. Hopefully Ariel and Brandon, after a few recordings, can figure out
I love the rehashing this out loud.
Literally just figuring it out and recording it as we go and trying to just authentically, naturally get to that place. Not
force it.
Yeah.
We have not forced anything.
Yeah.
This has been...
But your energy keeps going back to try to go back to how you are. Not back to how you are, to stay how you are.
I want you to know that I'm water right now.
You know...
I'm water right now. So I'm... if I was really how I said I am, I wouldn't answer any of those questions.
But you're trying to...
I'd
be happy if you spoke for an hour. I'd be the producer nobody knows about. You would be the one talking to the... That's what you're saying. You see what I'm saying?
It's true. That's the vision that I have. It doesn't mean that vision needs to come true. That's just a vision that is in line with the stars that I see because of who I am at this moment. But that doesn't need to be the vision that we have. I'm water. I'm open to be the... Yes.
All right, let's just not even talk about guests. Why are we talking about guests?
Because this is a podcast that people are going to go back to and want to see where our blueprint was, where our heads were at. My head is we should have guests. Your head is we should not have guests. So it's great. Just listen. I feel like we should have guests. You feel like we shouldn't have guests. In 200 episodes, when somebody looks back and we do or don't have guests, they're going to be like, oh, remember when they were arguing on the first? That's what I mean. We should just talk about it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just worried about talking to you. You're worried about the future shit. You get that? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how else to say that.
No, you're right. Yes.
You're talking about guests, produce, blah, blah, blah. I'm just here trying to talk about, one-to-one.
Okay.
Think about all that right now. I don't know.
I love that. No, seriously, I need to not, yeah. All right, my question time.
Yeah.
And I need to think of an answer too, because I haven't. Just like highs and lows, what do you think about fork in the road? Not the name of the podcast, but just like a theme, a little segment where we talk about our four pivotal moments in our life with a fork. And I'm going to go first, okay? A fork in the road definitely for me was time save. I learned so much in this fork in the road. If I did not do time save, we wouldn't be here right now. I promise. You would be at home with your child. It's just put me in a great position to want to continue to learn and build something. Seriously, a huge fork in the road.
Damn, yeah.
1,000%.
True. For me, a huge fork in the road was going into junior year when I decided to study biochemistry. I was going into college every semester, finishing semester, feeling like just not the right thing for me. I went in as computer science, just wasn't the right thing. Then I went to economics, then I went to criminal justice to try to be a cop, then I went to finance. It just was never the right thing, and I just never felt academically challenged, and I just was partying a bunch and passing, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm gonna look back and regret it.
Yeah.
Then when I went to the counselor as a junior in college, about to go to junior, I'm like, academic advisor was like, yeah, what do you want to declare? You want to stay the same, or what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to do biochemistry. She's like, biochemistry? Like, you studied all these things.
And what made you come up with that?
All these. Well, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor at the time.
You wanted to be a cop, but what made you want to be a doctor at that moment?
Well,
because even she was surprised.
Well, I always had like.
She's probably looking at your resume.
My parents are doctors from the Dominican Republic, so I always had that. I always had that in me. Because seeing my dad, he still to this day helps other people that get in this country. Like, they're just very caring people. My mom's always been in the healthcare system and growing up in hospitals and stuff like that. So I always loved science. I always loved math. I always loved health and all that. And I always wanted to be a doctor. But at that time, when I switched, I'm like, I'm going to be a doctor. You know what? Let me try it. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to get this and then go to medical school. And, yeah, that was my big fork in the road when I decided to do that. And I remember going back to my rowboat apartments, going to Augie and Ian and Eric. And I'm like, yeah, I declared as biochemistry. And they're like, what?
What the hell?
You're basically starting all over, like, as a junior. I ended up taking 5 years to graduate college just to catch up at the summer classes, winter classes, just to catch up on time to graduate on my 5th year, spring. So the huge fork in the road was me declaring that, which made me stay for another year. And, like, I don't know.
Is that the biggest fork in your road?
Biggest.
I'm going to cut you off because you said I wasn't talking enough. The biggest fork in my road is probably college as well. Pledging first semester, fucking up my grades, not being able to get my scholarship and GPA right to go back, and then eventually having to drop out for financial reasons. That's the biggest fork in my road. 1,000%. If I didn't pledge that first semester, my life would be, I don't know. I don't know that's the biggest fork, but just from my perception and perspective, that just is.
Mine was starting time save, probably.
Okay.
Probably starting time save. Maybe getting with my girl senior year.
Ooh, that's a great one.
And being a freshman when my mom had a brain tumor.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the biggest ones.
I love that.
But my mom, I remember being a freshman, bro, and my brother's in 7th grade. My sister's a 5th grader.
I don't even know about this.
Yeah, my mom had a brain tumor when I was a freshman in high school, and that's what literally pushed me to start like learning more about the brain and being like, I'm a biochem major but neuroscience minor.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't say that, but I'm a neuroscience minor, and my fascination with the brain always, started from that. That was a big fork in the road for me. Like, that's when I started learning more about the brain and neuroscience.
How bad was her tumor? Did she?
It was benign.
Stage 4? I don't.
Nah, so it was benign, so no cancer. But at the time, I was a freshman in high school, and my mom, she didn't even want me, my brother, my sister, even seeing any of.
She's such a strong woman.
Yeah, so she didn't want to see us go through her like recovery process. So she got the surgery 2011. I was a freshman, and it was like June, and she sent me, my brother, my sister to DR for a month or whatever. She got the surgery. And I remember literally I was in DR calling my mom every day, trying to talk to her, and she was just in pain for so long. Like, pretty bad pain, like all the time. You know?
She can't operate. She's laying down.
Yeah, she's laying down. Like, lights affect her, loud noises affect her, like food. And you're talking about like, you're on hella pills. You're not yourself, you know.
Of course.
She went through a huge like depression state. Like,
of who wouldn't, yeah. And
my mom, she's the breadwinner of the house. She's the one that provides for the house. Yeah. And my dad's always been the person who just, he does what he loves, but he's not like a financial person like that. You know what I'm saying? But my dad stepped up during those times and took care of my mom 100%.
Yeah.
And like, that was his energy, and that was good.
That's fire to see that as you as a kid.
Yeah. Because he'll drop everything for that.
Exactly.
And he's done that multiple times. But, like, if something's not that, he'll take care of himself.
Yeah.
He's very selfish.
Yeah.
Like, he's in his own world, but as soon as, like, he needs to, he stops everything. Takes care. So he did that, but my mom, she went through a recovery process, probably, like, 2-3 years that she was not herself type shit. Yeah, probably the first year was the roughest. It probably took, like, 3 years for her to, like...
You took care of her a lot. As much as you could.
As much as I was a freshman in high school.
It's pretty old.
13, 14. But honestly, I would, looking back, I would avoid. Because I didn't want to see my mom in pain.
Of course.
So I remember, like, going before schools, going in my mom's room, saying, like, oh, like, are you, better? Are you good? So after a certain point, you stop wanting to go in there.
Yeah.
Go in there. And then after a certain point, you're not even trying to go home because, like, what you're thinking about when you go home, or what's going on when you go home.
This is a huge reason why I feel like you want to help people.
Yeah, could be.
No,
yeah.
It is.
So like during that time, like I would go after school, I'd chill at my boy's house, I would get high, I'm not trying to go home. And then when I get home, cool, I'm home. Let me just knock out now. Yeah. And same thing, like looking back, like same, and then just block it out.
To elaborate on that, like you were in a position where you saw someone you love unable to they weren't themselves anymore, and it was a health related thing, so you felt like, oh, I should make an impact. I don't ever want anyone to have this feeling ever when they're a child, because I had to go through this with my mother,
and I had to get, and I felt
even
like,
if you
and I felt like I had to get educated because my parents came from the Dominican Republic, and even though they have that medical background.
Oh, you're first generation.
I'm first generation. I'm like, I'm the smart one.
You have to.
I'm the smart one.
You're gonna make it.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
And your kids are gonna mess
so,
it
like,
up.
I had to during that time. Let me get some books. Let me get on Google. Like, where's this tumor at? Like, let me learn about this. This is what you should expect.
Yeah.
Type. I remember those times. I remember like doctors and it's pretty insurance.
Did your brother remember this? Little less.
7th and 5th graders. I mean, they remember. Yeah.
But not to the extent that it affected. Like it probably affected you the most.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I remember, like, during those times, I was learning about neuroscience and about suppression.
Okay.
How, like, your brain literally, like, to traumatic events suppresses those memories, like, to try to make you forget kind of thing. So I remember during those times, like, I felt like I was dealing a lot with that, where I wasn't even thinking about home because when I do, it's like, it's not good. It's like, my brain's already... Motherfucker, we're not even bringing this stuff. We're going to bring this motherfucker down.
Yeah.
We're going to bring this motherfucker down. You know what? Let's play ball. Yeah. Let's get high. Shit. Unfortunately, because, you got to get home, you got to deal with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fork in the road.
I just thought that's making me think now, what is the first fork road in your life the most important? And then what is it for both of us? The first fork road. Mine, I know it 100%. It's not even a decision I made. It's my dad leaving me. Mm-hmm. That is a fork in the road that I would have That's not even a decision I made, but that is a fork in the road of my life that me and my mom took without, you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the first, besides being born, that's a fork in the, you get me. That's the first major decision that affected the future of my life forever.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you have any, like, memory of that, or do you just have it in your head, like, that happened, and I feel this way, or do you be like, I have detailed memory of that?
No detailed memory.
You just have...
memories of photos that I've seen. Of
so
me
you just
going...
you most likely have, like, a random memory in your head, and a random... not a random, but, like, a...
memories of memories.
Of an emotion, like...
something like that.
Something that's triggering this emotion that's been with you for a while, kind
100%,
of thing.
yeah.
Kind of thing. But it's all coming from here.
Yes.
And if it all if it all came from here, then it could, you know what I mean?
That is why I don't trust people and like people and hate. That is what that stems from. My lack of commitment.
Because my dad
I can't even trust somebody who gave birth to me. I can't even look at them with love and care and compassion. Why am I going to trust the president or anyone who says any man who ever speaks? You see my lack of. You need to earn your respect to me.
Yeah.
You do not get your stature from what you've accomplished or anything like that. Yeah, that's just me of how I look at life. That's why I'm me. That's Brandon.
I love vulnerability because vulnerability, like, allows for... because at the end of the day, you're looking at life through a certain pair of glasses.
Yep.
And I'm looking at life through my certain pair of glasses.
Yep.
I was blessed enough to not even begin to even have that thought in my mind because that did not happen to me. And vice versa, I have been through some things that you never had to have even...
Yep, exactly what you just explained. Yep.
Think of, because it's not in your circumstances.
Yep.
So I feel like during those moments of vulnerability, I feel like
you grow.
Yeah, because now you realize
you expose the darkness.
I feel like I don't even gotta say it. Do you understand, like, what the importance of sharing that is? I feel like you sharing it, you answer it for yourself.
I was not always in a position to answer this openly and talk about it. I was hurt, and that fork in the road affected me for 25 years of my life.
You know why you were able to open up right there? It's because I opened up.
Oh, 100. Yep. Wow, I love that. You're right.
So me being that vibrational energy of vulnerability, guess what? Now you're seeing my vulnerability like, damn, that's a...
And I felt the need to...
Yeah. And guess what? Now you're seeing the lenses of vulnerability, and now you're only going to project and vibrate and create a reality of vulnerability because it starts with someone else.
100%.
Yeah.
What's your first?
I'm waking up, motherfucker.
Good.
Like,
no, you're awake.
No, I need to be like.
You're at least looking around. Your eyes open.
It's also scary though too. At the same time, I feel like it's a big like master path numbers. That shit's a big weight. Like a big influence. I have like I'm born on the 11th.
Yeah.
So like me telling you, like I'm empathetic. I feel like you're not empathetic where you can feel other people.
Hell no.
You don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
See, a problem with me, that's
a problem.
A good and a bad thing, because everything's good and bad.
Exactly.
Everything's good. Nothing's good or bad. So a good and a bad, but like a bad thing about that is, I feel people. So it's like, damn, I get brought down sometimes, or like when someone says something, I feel it. I might not say something, but like when you said that thing, I'm like, you know, I felt the shit.
Yeah.
And then I be thinking about like, why am I giving this? You know, I'm gonna suppose, you know, based on this bullshit, whoever know, I'm a light path 22, born on the 11th, so it's like, but why? And then when I think about it, like, oh, if we live past memories and like I must have done good things and proven that I'm worthy of this, and I'm not gonna use it maliciously, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump.
Me and you need to do a numerology podcast. A whole episode just
no, that's
as soon
just
as you
part
walk,
of our brand.
True.
That's what we talk about. We don't gotta talk. We just gotta talk. You see what I'm saying? We don't got. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Stay here.
Exactly.
Don't go there. Stay here.
I know I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
It's hard,
I've been good, but I'm trying. Yes.
Yeah, but
I keep wanting to check the time and shit, but no, I'm here.
That like I be thinking about that. Like why was I given this? Like why? And I feel like now that I've done this time save thing and I failed, my next thing, bro. Because not that I failed. But whatever,
yeah,
my next thing, bro, because I feel like that was for a greater good of people who... I'm trying to give people new things to do, improve their relationships. That was my goal. That was what I started it for.
Yeah. To
do things with my girl. Because I'm like, fuck, where the fuck do I don't know where to go. That was my real thing, not to make money and shit. And I did it. So, like, I set out to create an app to help people find things to do. being successful, making money out of it, that's a whole different goal. But I did it. Like, when I look back, that's what I set out to do. I used to write that shit.
Facts.
Help people find things to do.
Yeah.
You know, whether you used it or not, I did that, bro.
Yeah.
But my next goal, I'm going to be way more intentional. Way more intentional about what the fuck I say. And I know that I'm powerful and I want to do a greater good for people. But I want to do it, like,
science. You feel like you were less intentional? Because I feel like you were very intentional last time.
But, like...
It was just a broad umbrella, I feel like. That was the, not problem, but...
And it wasn't my skill set.
Yes,
yes. And I had such bad, like, beliefs, like, oh, I'm going to get people. I'll worry about the money later and do ads later. No, it's a business. You need to... What are you selling right now?
Yeah.
What are you selling right now?
Yeah.
How are you making money right now?
Yeah, at the end of the day. Yeah.
Not worry about that later. No, you need to fix these leaks now.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I just... If anything, I proved that I really believed in... really trying to make that thing, because you know, not a lot. That shit was hard. You know, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but that's just the truth.
Yeah.
And I still got debt to this day for that.
Yeah.
But my next thing, I'm gonna be way more intentional. I feel like I've learned all these numerology, all these things, and I'm learning all these things for a reason. I don't know what he has in store for me.
Yeah.
But I gotta freaking get with the light already.
Let me hit this.
I gotta get with the light already, because until then, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get there. You know what's a thought that I thought about? Why that bullet missed Trump?
Why? You think God?
Yes. God's No. So listen to this. This is my thought. Not no TikTok video. This is my...
That?
Oh, is that it? Damn, chargers and stuff.
What does it take?
The screw?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's in the car and I shut down.
Yeah, it's too much.
But the shit that I was thinking about was,
why did God spare Trump?
Because I think God has a plan because he'd just be channeling.
Who?
God be channeling himself or God itself into people when they're available, when they have an empty mind.
Yeah.
You know, Trump obviously he's not a saint, you know, but he doesn't drink or smoke. But you know, he's been with girls. He's been with money. Like
he has his vices.
Yes, 100%. But I feel like God's like OG
using him as a beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they try to kill him, and I feel like God probably gave whatever that other side a warning. Like, I saved him that one time. If you want to kill him, fine. I have another.
He's on my side. Yeah.
He's on my side, and if you kill him, I'm gonna wake up 100 of them.
Yeah, true.
And just with Trump getting in, I feel like people I can't be the only one that's coming along.
Yeah.
Because
I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying? Because if they would have killed him, 100 Trumps would have risen.
Yes.
So I feel like, all right, I saved him that one time. Next time, I'm not. And if you do, all right.
That's on you guys.
You know.
Yeah.
But and now this motherfucker's going in.
Oh, it's over.
He's going in. He's untouchable now. He's untouchable.
He is.
Not only that,
a lot of people... market's at a high. The Bitcoin, everything is reacting.
A lot of people would have took that bullet and be like, yo, I'm too old for this. I got enough money. I got kids. I got assets. You know what, guys? I'm going to take a step back.
Yeah.
That motherfucker...
stood up and said, fight.
So he's doing it for something that's not himself, not worldly. He's doing it for the greater good of the United States of America.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel that energy.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm waking up and shit.
No, this is the next this is a big reason of why we should build this. Continue to talk and have a good time.
This is my ultimate goal, bro. I was not ultimate goal, but water goal. Not a goal. Let me take that back. But I had a crazy thought. I'll say this.
Yeah.
You see how Trump was the first, not the first, because Andrew Jackson wasn't really a politician. He was a military guy.
Okay, yes.
You know,
most of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. You know, like Theodore Roosevelt.
Exactly. Wesley's.
Lincoln.
Yes.
Lincoln was a tactician. He sucked in the military.
Yeah, other guys are like math guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Trump was like the first. I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Like I came from business.
Yeah, it's unheard of. You
know what we haven't had yet? 2 things.
Musician.
Okay, 3 things.
Comedian.
4 things, I guess.
A plumber. I'm just being an asshole now.
What are the 2 most, like, we're talking about a leader.
Being very generic,
we're talking about a leader. What's a characteristic or a type of energy, or not energy, but like if we've had a bunch of politicians, a businessman, military people,
a lawyer,
who are we missing? There's 2 big ones. I feel like 2 big ones, and I want to embody that, or I would love to embody that.
Ooh, a pharmaceutical, no, a doctor.
What's the
doctor?
Okay, what's
that's as good as wait. There was probably already doctors.
Keep going back to the break that down. Doctors.
Hell.
Break that down. Whatever. Science. A science one.
Oh, you're so right. A scientist.
And there hasn't been a spiritual one.
Wow. For good reason. I'd shoot them. This is America.
Yeah.
Keep your religion at home. But you're right. Oh, wait.
I figured that out.
What do you mean by religious? Like a pope?
No, spiritual. Not religious. Spiritual. Spiritual.
Okay.
The emotional chart of vibration, that's from David Hawkins. That emotional chart of vibration follows no religion. It just follows emotion.
My background.
Yes. There's no religion to that. There's no Jesus Christ.
Exactly. It's spiritual.
There's God and the devil, right and wrong.
Yes.
But there's no, like, you know what I mean?
It's a spectrum. Yes,
yeah, so it applies to everyone. So I'm talking about spiritual, not a religious one. I'm talking about a spiritual leader.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like
yes.
Like a Gandhi, like attachment, let go, peace, spiritual. He's not trying to, you believe in this. Like,
yes, push anything on you.
Yeah, like meditate, clear your, chill, he's too, like spiritual. Like,
yeah.
Like help another out. You know what I mean? Like how I'm trying to.
No, you're so right. Like a Gandhi, yeah.
That's gonna be the most influential, because I've been learning a lot about. Talk to them.
It would no.
I
said I agreed. I said it would be the most
influential.
He would
change the world.
Destroy everything.
The world.
Yeah, he changed the world in a good way. He would destroy all of the bad. I mean.
Well, good and that'd be good and bad.
Exactly.
Because that'd be bad for some people.
In the Constitution of the United States, it literally says keep your state and your religion separate. Keep us out of here. We're gonna love God. We love God, but that has nothing to do with our politics.
Word.
That's how the Vatican starts.
Word.
And
True.
Power, unnecessary power. I don't want emotional, stupid decision makers with your religion.
So imagine this, because I kept going on that train of thought. Imagine like a science leader, a base leader, where he goes, instead of like the Olympics, all right guys, we're gonna host a science Olympics. Let's all innovate. United States needs to make some stuff.
Oh, he could make crazy. You're so
right. Like those 4 years would be so innovative. Or maybe like, hey, West Coast versus East Coast.
Like Michio Kaku.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of scientists I hate.
Yes.
But that one, I'll vote him for president tomorrow.
And then another one that I thought of, there hasn't been a Latino president, which is super important because Latinos in America, that's a backbone of America.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to say that, but there's a reason that thought went in my head.
100%.
And I feel like I'm definitely not trying to say I'm worthy enough or anything. Hell no.
Do you know who Vivek Ramaswamy is?
Yeah.
You remind me of him. Like
you told me I remind you of PBD, and I was just saying, I'm like, damn, I see that.
PBD 100%, but yeah. More PBD than Vivek too, because PBD is more of a business entrepreneur, salesman. Vivek is very political. Yeah, we don't talk politics a lot. Yeah.
Word. I like Vivek a lot. Trump just hired him to be a big cabinet position in the administration.
Wow.
He's in charge of cleaning up the corruption.
Wow.
Fire.
I love that.
And did you see who Trump hired to be the guy to lock down the border? The former ICE, bro, he's badass. The former ICE director.
Okay.
He's badass.
Okay.
No, he's bad. Like a movie. Like he looks like he's out of a movie.
Pull it up. No. Firefly.
Bro, it's fire.
That'd be dope if a little firefly came up.
But no, something I was thinking about is like, damn, I would love.
You have the potential.
I have the potential to, and it wouldn't be a lie. Like I have that science background, I have that business background.
True.
I understand. I'm trying to learn more about the spiritual background. I'm trying to learn all these skills to build teams and stuff. Like that's my background.
Yes.
I've had a mom who's, I've had kids and stuff. Like I know, like a kid. I'm gonna have kids. Next 5-6 years, I'm banging out.
Kids. You should. You might as well get it out.
No, I'm 6, 7.
So that
I'm gonna get minimum 2 boys, 2 girls, however long that takes.
Okay.
That's my goal.
I love that.
Minimum, and my girls on the same side.
That's Trump's
minimum
America.
2 boys, 2 girls. If it takes 10.
Damn, she loved. That means she liked having the baby. It was okay for her. Smooth process.
Yeah. Look at him. He's thriving.
Good.
She ate good. I took care of her. So
yes.
That's good.
Some girls are fearful of birth.
But
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but that's what time is? How much?
2:31. What do you have to do? What time?
I only want to do an hour. Is it over now?
We got 5 minutes.
Okay, let's do it.
And I have an ending at least 90 seconds.
Okay.
So
I've been yapping, bro. Let me follow you up with a question.
Yeah.
I got a question.
I got like 90 seconds, but we both speak.
Tell me about where are you as far as like romantic and love life, and how do you see that right now?
I don't even pay attention to women. It's insane. Like, if you didn't know me, you'd be like, what is wrong with this guy? I haven't had sex, seriously, in like 3 years. It's insane. Focused on myself, not even caring or thinking about women. And I love pussy. But I don't even think about I heard a saying, okay, that when I'm thinking about love and relationships, okay, 99% of women want 1% of man, and that 1% of man can attain all 99% of women. That means that 99% of men are getting nothing. So I feel like if I work my entire life to put myself into that 1% of man, I can get any 99% of the women that I want. I don't have to worry about a love life and relationship and all that stuff. I'm focused on building myself, and then I feel like I could get the love life, and my relationship should come subsequently. That's where I'm at.
Gotcha.
What do you think about that? Think that's an okay position to be in?
28. I would, I would.
I'm looking in the next. Before I'm 35, I want to have a kid.
I would try to. Like, if I'm trying to be in your shoes, I would try to focus my time on figuring myself out before I even try to give someone else time.
Yes.
Because that would be a disservice to them.
I watched my mom.
That would be a disservice to them.
I watched a teenage pregnancy. I've watched the struggles of not having your life established before you have a family and a kid. So I do not want to put anyone through that. It was fine. My mom did a great job, but I do not want to go through that.
But even if you did, like it probably wouldn't be the right thing. Because you're not at... Like, for example, what I'm trying to say is, like, even if you did go out right now and look for something... I'm
not ready inside.
Exactly. So you were doing a disservice to them and to yourself, making that journey harder.
Yes. I'm mentally not ready.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that in your... I mean, obviously, if something clicks, it clicks. Authentically, no doubt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that, like, all right, never mind, I'm not right now. Like, I'm not trying to say that. Or even put that in your head, but I guess... Like, I'm just trying to be in your shoes, or maybe talk from, like, if you were my son and you asked me that question, how would I answer that? Kind of like shoes. I would say try to figure...
I'm proud as hell. I'm happy as hell. I'm working on myself.
Fire.
There's so many things that I could talk about the benefits of.
But I would
I do hate that I don't have... The problem with that is almost what you said. If I do find the opportunity right now, and I meet the perfect girl, and she's amazing, she's my soulmate... I'm going to give her the middle finger and spit in her face, metaphorically, because I'm not in the position for commitment and ready to settle down.
And
I will do her disjustice.
And to be honest, like,
not to
have a negative mindset on this, but to be honest, some trains only come and leave once.
Wow.
So
you making me miss my ex now? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, what I'm trying to say is, I hope that you're ready for when that train does come.
I like that. I hope I am.
Same thing with me. Like, a lot of success is a lot of luck. Like, you need a lot of timing, a lot of the right place, right timing, right people. Like, it's a lot of luck to be successful in anything. So, let alone, like, a relationship. And a relationship is probably one of the most important choices you can make, because now you're bringing that person's thoughts and that person's energy and that person into your life. And you're a negative.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? So...
Sure, I need to find a positive.
You don't need to. You're going to be attracting positives.
Two negatives?
That's just an attraction thing.
Oh, you're right.
You will be attracting positive girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then in those relationships, I'm sure you've played that role of the negative and she's the positive. I'm telling you, that's just how the...
Yes. Yes, I'm in a relationship... Symbiosis.
No, you're good. But I would also...
I'm a single 28-year-old bachelor, ladies.
But I would also remember that...
Like what?
I would also... I don't know, because I come from parents that are 33. Like, they were 33 and, like, they were older parents.
Okay.
So I see that. And the fact that my mom was...
I will be that.
Yeah, you're in a few years. Let alone, like, to even have the thought of, like, maybe even having a kid, like, that takes time. So I'm not trying to say your time's running out, but mathematically the numbers, ways adding up. Like, you want to be in your 40s when your kid's in his 10s. You know, you don't want
the same answer.
Yeah,
10.
like my dad right now. I'm 28. My dad's 67. My mom's 60.
So when you're 30, they'll be 70. He'll be 70.
Yeah.
Right, almost a year or
he
two
was like
off.
He was like 39. My mom was like 33 when they had me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
And was your dad too old to play catch?
No, he
okay.
He did.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about being an old dad and not being able to be there for the fact, like, I'm 60 and my kid's 18. That's, you see, that's not a problem.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to think, but I think you're good. I think everything's happening how it's supposed to happen. I'm here, you're here. Everything's happening how it's supposed to happen. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah. But I'm very...
Just let go a little bit.
Yeah.
Let go a little bit, but be more intentional, bro. We need to design more. Stop being default.
Yeah.
Me
too.
Because I'm saying shit, but it's coming from a reflection of myself.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to say, because I definitely don't got it all figured out. Hell no. But I'm like, things that I say is literally a reflection. I feel like I haven't applied myself.
Yeah.
And some people might look at me like, bro, you fucking did enough work for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't feel that way. It's weird. That's a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a good and bad thing, but I don't know. We need to do things by design a little more.
No, we will.
Yeah.
We will. This will help us. I feel like even if it just helps us talk about our design out loud.
Yeah, I feel like even if you saw this episode, just hearing how your original, like, because now you know where you were in time and place and how you were thinking, and that's why I was asking you those questions. So hopefully you could look back and.
This leads me up into my finale segment, actually, perfectly.
Give
a message to your future self.
That's why I was asking those questions for our future selves. My future self, brother.
Brother, you're fine. Let me do mine first, because you've taken the spotlight. Don't be ashamed of this. You're trying to build something great. Keep pursuing it. Don't stop working at it. You'll only get better. That's all I got for myself. He'll understand what that means. There's a coded message inside of there.
I'll say, you're on the right path. You always were. Don't wait. Read more. Write your books. Do things for the greater good. No, this shit is temporary. Let go. Help others. Forgive, accept. Keep failing. Keep dreaming. Anytime people look at you like you're the crazy one, you're probably in a good place.
Yeah.
And you still got your mom and dad and everyone, so.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, and obviously 3 months. Yeah.
Don't wait, guys. That's episode 1. I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, not like that,
Exactly.
but I feel like you.
That's what we need.
You pushed against me, and I
Hell yeah.
accepted, and I was like,
Because I'm not a yes man.
Exactly.
I've never been a
Bro,
yes
that's
man.
why yes.
You can never tell me something and say, no one can ever tell me something.
Stop talking. Wait 1 second. Look at how crazy simple this is. Transcribe the whole thing.